All right, my name is Nathan Johnson. I'm with Remax Real Estate Group. Been in real estate for about 10 years. Before that, I was a teacher and needed a change. So I love real estate. And I've lived in Colorado since about 2005. So Colorado Springs for about the last 15 years. Oh yeah, I grew up in the Chicago area. Went to school, University of Wyoming. Taught in Denver 2 years, then taught here for 5 years and coached football for 13 years here in town. So stopped coaching about a year and a half ago and been full-time real estate for the last 10 years.
Perfect. Okay, first question. What separates you from other realtors?
I think there are other realtors who have similar traits, but I think honesty is a big one. And we always try and do the right thing, regardless if it's easy or if it saves face or not. We just want to do what's right by the clients and do what's right. Because in this town, reputation is everything. It's a small town, it's a big town, but it has a small town feel. And if honesty's not there, then you're not going to last long in this town. And I think another big thing is just communication. I tell people if I'm awake and not doing something with my family, I will answer the phone. And if not, I'll get back to you. I'm not going to name any realtors, but there's some real estate agents where I send them a text, they don't reply for about 2 hours, I call, they say for quickest response, send me a text. I'm like, I sent you a text, never heard back, so I'll try and email too. And so I think communication and honesty is probably one thing that separates me from a lot of other realtors.
What's the biggest risk you've ever taken?
Two big risks. One, I was in high school. I was going to play college football at Northern Michigan. I was in a basketball tournament at the end of May, my senior year. Hurt my ankle really bad. Couldn't play football. So I'm like, all right, well, I was signed up for classes at Northern Michigan. It wasn't a full ride or anything. I was paying a lot of money to go. I'm like, I'm just going to go to where my brothers are going to school. So I changed my plans, went to University of Wyoming, and things worked out great doing that. So that was one big risk, but the biggest risk was leaving a teaching job that's totally secure, guaranteed income, good retirement, and jumping headfirst into self-employment. Especially in real estate where, I don't remember the stats, but I think 80% of realtors only last about a year and then they're out. So don't quote me on that stat, but that's probably pretty close. So 10 years later, I'm still going strong. So that risk was worth it.
Definitely. What's one characteristic or personality trait that defines you the most?
I already said honesty, so I can't say that one again. I think the character trait that people think I have is being really outgoing. I think that's a big one because I tell people I'm actually an introvert at heart. They're like, no way, there's no way you're an introvert. Every time I call you answer, every time I do this, you sound so upbeat. I'm like, fake it till you make it. So, I mean, I appear outgoing, but I need my me time. Before I was in real estate, I'd have summers off, so I got into this video game, Knights of the Old Republic. So people who know that will know that game, like the massive multiplayer online game. So I still need maybe an hour and a half a week of just playing that. Not like 4 hours a day like I did when I was a teacher, but hour and a half a week. I just need me time, and that's how I recharge. But I don't answer the question or not, but
No, I did.
okay.
That did. Perfect. What's the wildest or craziest thing you've done in real estate?
Well, when I was an undergrad at Wyoming, I went to Australia for 6 months for a study abroad. So I went by myself, didn't know anybody, just packed up and took out more student loans, unfortunately, and I paid for there, but I was there for 5 months. I drove basically from Laramie to Bend, Oregon, hung out with my brother for a little bit, then drove to Seattle. No, I left my car in Bend, and my radio got stolen 5 months later, but it was parked out in front of my brother's house. So my brother drove me from Bend to Seattle, where my other brother was. Stayed there for a few days, so my entire day flew from Seattle, San Francisco, Sydney to Brisbane, then got a shuttle from Brisbane to the student accommodations. It was about 28 hours straight. I can't sleep on airplanes. so I just can't. So, and I ate some bad food in the San Francisco airport.
That's the worst.
My legs felt great. I was up every 30 minutes for a 16-hour flight. So, but the craziest thing was just going by myself to Australia for 5 months and to take classes.
Yeah, definitely that is the craziest thing.
Yeah.
After a long, hard day of real estate, what's the first thing you like to do when you get home?
Because I'm cheesy, I go home, say hi to my wife, give her a kiss, and then say hi to my 2 kids. I do that and then give my 2 dogs little ear scratches. But yeah, that's what I do when I get home. And then I'm like, I have to go work for 30 minutes and I go work.
Perfect.
Then come back and say hi again.
Perfect.
So.
What scares you?
I would be more scared about how the market is right now if I hadn't planned for unknowns in life. But being an entrepreneur, especially in real estate when interest rates are going way up, buyers are rightfully scared to buy, but they're not seeing the fact that the interest rates are higher, but there's not bidding wars anymore. They're not going 40,000 over list price. They're not bringing 40,000 cash. So it feels like they're spending more money for the home, but in reality they won't be. But that's a side note. But it is a little scary being an entrepreneur, knowing that you don't know for sure if your next paycheck is guaranteed. Especially with this market, there's gonna be a lot of realtors getting out of real estate.
Happiness was money. What would your job be?
If happiness was money, I would be a football coach. Yeah, I don't want to do. It's impossible, but I'd skip college and go right to pro. Because there's so much recruiting in college. You have to recruit them and their parents and their girlfriend or boyfriend or all that stuff. You just have to recruit the whole family. Whereas in the pros, it's just money, which makes them happy. So yeah, if I could do any job, it'd be a it'd be an offensive coordinator for a football program. Yeah.
And I have a walk-off question for you as well.
Yeah.
So, how confident do you feel in your ability not only to win the show, but to win in life?
Win in life, hugely, because life is more than money. Life is family, friends, faith. So, not necessarily in that order. Faith, family, friends, that order. So, I mean, I feel confident I'm winning in life, even if I have to deliver pizzas for Papa John's, which I did while I was teaching. I'd still win at life. So, and winning at real estate, I mean, the track record kind of speaks for itself. I mean, plenty of sales, plenty of reviews. Most of my business, for me personally, is about past clients and referrals. So I feel confident that I can win in that regard.
Would you say you're competitive?
I can be, depending on what it is.
Okay. Depending on the circumstance?
Yeah, I can be. When it comes to things I know I'm at least above average at, I'm very competitive. But like golf, I'm horrible at it, so I don't care how I do in that. It's more for the interaction with people.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.